Coronation dropped recently, and let's just say it was a rough launch. There were several issues right out of the gates, but the biggest points of frustration from the community were that many thought that this content should have already been in the base game, and that for the $5 price tag, it was essentially one event chain. To make matters worse, it seems Paradox didn't fully test the event pack before release. Many events were still displaying raw code strings, and there was even a bug that caused players to fail oaths that they had already completed. Overall, it led to a pretty underwhelming first impression. My guess is that the CK3 team was laser focused on making sure All Under Heaven shipped smoothly, and this event pack just didn't get the attention it needed. They've since released a patch that fixed some of the worst issues, but problems still linger. Most notably, we're still waiting on the missing culture tradition that's supposedly tied to oaths. That said, the new oath system is actually a really interesting addition. At the end of your coronation, right before the feast begins, you're prompted to swear an oath. There are 16 possible oaths in the game, but you usually only offered about 10 depending on whether you meet the requirements. I've only tried a few so far, including shaping the realm. Your goal, build 8 buildings. Your reward, get faster and cheaper construction, and your new holdings start with free sub-buildings. Consolidate the kingdom/empire. Goal, control all your de jure territory of your primary title. Your reward is 1 martial, 15 legitimacy gain, and plus 10 vassal opinion. And lastly, purge pretenders. Remove all your claimants to your primary title who aren't direct heirs. This one grants a bonus to intrigue, legitimacy gain, and most notably, switches your succession law to primogenitor, meaning nearly all of your titles will pass to your firstborn, which allows for no more partition headaches. The last oath is the only one that really grabbed my attention. In the 1066 bookmark, England is in the middle of a succession crisis with multiple claimants vying for the throne. Historically, William the Conqueror wins and becomes king, which is exactly what we will be doing. But the real challenge isn't just taking the throne, by swearing and fulfilling the Purge Pretender's Oath. At the start of 1066, there are roughly a dozen claimants to England, and that number will probably double, may even triple before long. So the question is, can we eliminate every last pretender before the 20 years oath time runs out? Or will we fail and be branded an oath breaker, watching our legitimacy and stability collapse? Stick around, this is going to be a wild ride. These 8 characters are our top priority. If we don't neutralize them, especially the top 3, we're in serious trouble. They all hold a pressable claim on the Kingdom of England, which means when they die, their heirs will inherit those claims. That might not sound so catastrophic until you realize one of the highest priority targets has 15 kids. Sven, why do you have so many children? If we don't strip his claims before he dies, we almost certainly have to reset the run. There are 3 ways I know to remove a claim. Murder, you can't press a claim on someone who's dead. Winning a defensive war for said claim, or capturing them and forcing them to renounce their claims. Sounds simple on paper until plans meet the enemy. To get this challenge started, we need to take over England. But before that, let's set our dynastic legacies and our learning lifestyle. We can't have our boy William dying before it's time to purge all the pretenders, of course. Let's make this war quick. Our goal with conquering England is obviously to take the title, but also eliminate any pretenders we can along the way. Huge! Execute this woman. Burn her! We can siege that down, and we can take his head. Off with his head. The interesting thing about conquering England at this point is that we're also racing against time against the Norwegian. Traditionally, they're not very quick, but sometimes they can get a sneaky dub on you. Captured a valuable one. Off with his head. Any more children? Any more children in our prison that we can seemingly eliminate? Ooh, we've got this one and we've got this one. Execute this one. Huge! We picked up another one. We can just make her... Oh my god, this is huge. Oh no, she can't renounce claims, can she? So really, we should just eliminate her. Elimination must happen. After eliminating our first top priority character, we now have control over England. Our first order of business is setting up our court and switching it type to intrigue. Our goal is to get to level 10 grandeur so that we can run 2 murder schemes at the same time. At this point, we only have 11 claimants. We're delaying our coronation for a little bit just so that the timer doesn't start. We have a number of them that we need to eliminate first, as we said. What we really need to do is get a claim on Sven's kingdom to prevent all 15 of his kids from becoming claimants themselves. Fortuitously, Sven joins Harold Hardrada in his conquest of England, giving us an opportunity to capture him and renounce his claims. Damn it, we didn't capture him. All right, let's behead him. Let's go back here. Can I just enforce? All right. Now that we've eliminated 2 out of our 8 top priority, let's move on to our coronation, where we can actually purge the pretenders. Little thing. All right, purge the pretenders. Once more into the breach of pretenders being God. It looks like he is not doing well. He's wounded right now. Some time has passed and now we have a claim on Sven, King of Denmark's lands, so that we can try and capture him and force him to renounce his claims on England. Fortunately, we did not take Sven in that battle. The tricky thing about this now is that we have to hope the AI will come back and unsiege his capital so that we can once again siege it down and try to capture him once again and rinse and repeat until we get him. Some random person has died and I think we're at max now, right? We're at 91. He's dead. Get the trait murderer, that's fine. All right, next claimant. Who's on the board? This guy's gonna be a problem and this guy's being a problem. Let's go ahead and eliminate this one. 15 days. Wow, that's nothing. Did we take Sven? We did. Huge, chat. Huge. Why? Because we can make him renounce his claims. Boom. Now we remove him off the board, and then we can just wipe peace out of this war. We want to get to 9, or is it 10 that allows us to have? It's 10 that allows us to have max hostile schemes. I wonder if we can capture her and ask her to renounce her claims. That might be the best way to go about that. Trying to imprison her and then do it that way. It's gonna cause rebellion, and it might be a good time to get just another alliance. Let us execute on this. He's dead. Huge. Next. The next 2 claimants we did almost simultaneously. We murdered the great-grandson of Canute the Great, renounced claims on one of the Wessex kids. Probably the last Wessex kid, to be honest. Now that just left Godwin's brother, which, double checking our records, turns out he died of natural causes on his own from the plague. So we can just eliminate him too. And with that, we now have only unpressed claims. What makes them so nice is that upon their deaths, the claim disappears completely. So much less of a headache, but still an uphill battle. Fault mines with us way too far away. Can I murder you? If we're gonna get... Oh god, I didn't realize we could get fucked like this. So why I'm reacting like this is that this character is out of our diplomatic range, meaning we cannot interact with them other than a couple of things. So if we wanted to murder them, we need to get closer to them. Thankfully, overall, they're just in Scandinavia, so it will only take 1 province to get close enough to get them. But if they had, say, moved to Africa, it might have been a much bigger issue. 30-30, that's insane. One more scheme and we can unload this guy. Hopefully he dies. I will never get to him now. I need a new plan. This man is in good health, but he's a drunkard, so that means he's probably going to drink himself into an early grave, as is tradition. There he is. Okay, claimants. 7 claimants left. 3 of them are mine, so only 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more baddies to get out the door. 5, 6, 7, 8. Get these baddies out my face. This one's gonna be the most troublesome. The fact that he ran away, kidding me. At first you don't succeed. Woman, you vex me so. We're doing good health-wise. Have you moved? No, you're still in the same place. How close are we to getting this done? 10 months. Damn. Squad is ready and able to take on that. How much longer do we have on this? 13 years? We might be ahead of schedule. Oh, I'm getting nervous. I'm getting nervous that, like, we're so close. We're so close of this happening, and this guy finds out. Fuck. Are we distracted by this war? Yes. Excellent. Focus on the goal. 2 more claimants. I'm gonna let this one maybe get got on his own. I'm hoping that's what happens. Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm nervous. We're so close. We're like right there. 11 years away. I'm concerned our health might be the next problem. AI makes me think I should care about it. And this guy just died on his own, was slain in battle. Huge. One more claimant. Let's get him. Boys. Here's the last claimant. He's just an old man. Poor old man. We're at 95%. He's dead. No more claimants. So now we just got to get our tyranny up to 80, which easy peasy when you can just do this. Modify contract, pay more taxes, tyrannical. Modify contract. Tyrannical. Modify contract. That tyranny part would have been hard if you didn't have feudal contracts. Declare. And just like that, we did it in 10 years. That's huge. I've sworn to eliminate all false claimants to the Kingdom of England. They must abandon their misbegotten claims, or they must die. Which they have died. A lot of them have died. Let's go down memory lane of how many people we've murdered. A total of 19 people have been absolutely kachowed. We've kachowed a lot of people, including our own wife. But she was cheating on us, so you know, what are you gonna do? Lots of murderers. At this point, they've stopped trying to be mad at us for our murder attempts. Everybody knows how much of a murderer we are. Our own son is like, Okay, you gain 98 legitimacy, which increases our legitimacy all the way. 520 prestige. Pretenders purged, and we get primogeniture law adopted in 1081, which, to be honest, primogeniture shouldn't be even acceptable until when? Yeah, it's in late. So we're getting it essentially 100 years ahead of time. My work is done, exactly as I said it would be. I love how like nonchalant that is. My work's done, as I said it would be. And just like that, we've completed purging the pretenders to England. Kind of an interesting little challenge. I wonder if there's other kingdoms out there in the game that would be fun to try this on. This one just came top of mind. The most claimants I know of immediately, I imagine some of the Ryuk out in the east, maybe the Russian kingdoms have more of a pretendership for it, but who's to say? Just to demonstrate how buggy Coronation still was at this point of play. Hold up. Your primogeniture law is no longer valid and was replaced with Confederated partition. This has also been corrected in another hotfix recently, so no worries on trying it for yourself. You will get to keep your primogeniture. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so very much for watching this. Let me know if you like this style of video where we have a little bit of pre and post happening at the same time. If it's interesting, if it's discombobulating, just let me know down in the comment section below. That's all I've got for you. Have a good rest of your day, and ciao.